My family has been involved in optometry since very early on. My great-great-grandpa, Edwin Daniel Harrison, he was a jeweler in Pocatello, Idaho. He also sold lenses at his store there, which is kind of the early roots of optometry, how it got started. Well, my great-grandpa and his son inherited the family business of jewelry. He also became a master engraver. He also went to optometry school in Chicago around the turn of the century and became an optometrist, the second licensed optometrist in the state of Idaho. He worked in his office from about fall until spring, and then went and worked on the farm during the summer. So he was kind of a jack of all trades. Then his son, my grandpa, Edwin Barron Harrison, he graduated from SCO in 1936. He set up a practice in Salt Lake City, Utah. And then he set up a practice in Brigham City, which is where my family is now located. He was president of the UOA 2 times and was very involved with the politics with optometry as well. My dad, who is also an SCO graduate in '84, he then went and joined my grandpa, and they practiced for a while together. Then my dad eventually took over, and he's been practicing there for about 30 years now. So it's kind of a deep and a rich history in optometry, something that I appreciate more so now. My grandpa, he served a couple times as president of the UOA. In the later years of his practice, was involved in helping Utah to pass use of diagnostic drugs in optometry. He had his practice in Brigham City, and in 1941 he went to enlist, and they told him, well, you're currently the only optometrist in the county of Box Elder. We need you to stay here and take care of the eyes of the people here. And he was very busy during that time. They had a lot of injured soldiers come to Brigham City and be treated there, and he took care of a lot of soldiers. And so even though he wanted to be a part of the war effort, he kind of got an opportunity to do it in a way that he hadn't seen before. My grandpa passed away in '95, and so he's not here to see me follow in his path. But seeing how my dad has been just so excited to talk to me about his experiences here, I think my grandpa would be the same. I think he would just love that I was here and following in his footsteps. You know, I owe him so much. My dad, he was also president of the UOA. He's been very involved with the politics in the state of Utah. He's spoken at the legislature a few times on behalf of optometry. During his time as an optometrist, he saw the change to where they were able to use therapeutics. As a kid, I was always exposed to optometry. You know, went in for my yearly eye exam, and I have very early memories of being in the examination chair. It wasn't something that I knew I was going to do for a very long time. I had some great opportunities to help my dad use his profession to help others. I went to Guatemala with him in 2005 on a Lions Club trip. When I think about the beginning of my decision to do optometry, it probably would be at that point where I realized how important people's vision was. And I started talking to my dad and shadowing him, and really felt like that was the right profession for me. I really enjoyed seeing the almost immediate effect that he had in prescribing glasses, and people would put them on when they came to pick them up, and it would make a huge difference for them. Or someone who had an ocular disease and he was able to help them treat that. But I really appreciated being able to see the finished product of what my dad's efforts went into in the office. It's been fun for both of us. I think it's been fun for my dad to almost relive his school days. He definitely thinks I'm spoiled with the new eye center next door. When he came to visit this last fall, he walked through, just kept saying, man, you're so spoiled with this. You don't understand how spoiled you are. There was never any major pressure on me to come here. I know my dad was thinking in the back of his mind, if you don't come here, you're a fool. But it's kind of a long chain of optometrists, so it would be sad to see it broken. What's great about optometry for me is that I was able to discover it myself. I had these experiences growing up that really influenced me. I feel like that's what I want to do with my own children. Let them discover optometry on their own. If one of them discovers how exciting and interesting optometry is and how great of a profession it is, I would love to see one of my children continue that legacy as well.